Hello, everyone. Time no see.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, we are joined today by our narrative designers. May you introduce yourselves?
Arseny?
Daria.
Yeah, and me, your community manager. As always, let me see if you tell me if you can hear me well. I know last time we had some problems, and then I rewatched the stream and it was super loud, like super loud. And I hope you can hear us right now. I mean, it should be louder, even louder. How about now? Now you should be able to hear us, right? Right. I see Dolly is a dinosaur. We're still not adding dinosaurs, but there was Strategemony in the chat. You can,
Hi, Strat.
yeah, you can both discuss dinosaurs together. So
Now that the strat is in the building, the party is officially started.
yeah, volume is still a tad loud. Really? Oh, loud or low? Oh, low. Okay, let me see. No, now it's too loud. Yeah, this should be about right. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so tell us what we're going to do today.
Yeah, today, first of all, everybody, happy Saint Valentine's Day!
Yay!
We love you!
Yeah, we do love you. You're our date for today.
Yes.
And for today, we are going to have a little role-playing game with you. We have prepared a little adventure, and you're going to be the players, and you're going to be telling us what you are doing, and we'll be your DMs telling you what happens. Questions also are, as always, welcome. Yeah.
Well, we play today. Today we play not Pathfinder, but
Yep.
we play lasers and feelings in a world of Pathfinder and with a guest character from Pathfinder Kingmaker.
Yes, please. Everybody greet. This is Sir Olfrey. You might remember him from the inconsequent debates, where
Focus him a little bit.
yes, he used to be a guest of honor on Shika's debates, and you can remember him for saying tentacles a lot.
So tentacles.
Yeah, tentacles. There you go. Tentacles. Yes.
Yes.
The chat goes wild with tentacles.
He's not really Sir Tentacles. His name is Sir Olfrey, and he was actually a paladin on his way to the Whirlwind, where he was going to join the Crusade, which is the main topic of Wrath of the Righteous, if someone didn't know that. So, as he was on his way to the Whirlwind, he had a little adventure on the way. And since playing with Pathfinder rules would be a lot of pain in this format, we're going to use a beautiful little system called Lasers and Feelings by John Harper. It's absolutely a rules light system, and it's going to serve us well enough. But since we're playing high fantasy, it's going to be not lasers and feelings, but swords and feelings. All right?
Romanceable tentacles.
Well, of course, it's Saint Valentine's Day, so it's going to be
Everything.
really a love story. So, Hell Knight romance when? I don't know. Everybody hates Hell Knights, don't they?
I think Paladins of Shelly love everyone.
Yeah. So, first of all, let's create our character, and since Swords and Feelings is a super rules-light system, the only thing you're going to need is one single number. It's actually pretty simple. In this game, you have just two stats. Guess what they are?
Now the real game has started.
So your stats are swords and feelings. Swords is everything you could say hard, like your ability in combat, your ability to build things, to destroy things, everything physical. On the other hand, feelings is your ability to smooth talk, to make friends, to realize if you'll be lied to, all of that.
Charisma.
Yeah, you could say strength and charisma, something like that. And to generate them, you're going to need one single number. See, when you're making a roll, you roll a d6 or 2d6s. If you're really, really well prepared, it's going to be 3d6, but that's a rarity. And we as DMs determine if it's going to be a swords roll or a feelings roll. And see, the number is from 2 to 5. Let's say you choose 4, right? If you're rolling feelings, you want to roll above your number. So if you chose 4, then during a feelings roll, 5 or 6 is a success. If you're rolling swords, then you want to roll. Don't do it.
Yeah, they just can't.
You want to roll below your number. So if you chose 4, then in a swords roll, 1 to 3 is a success. 4 and above is a fail. That's really all. So what's your number going to be? I say a 5. I say a 4. It can be 1. It can be 1 because if it's 1, then you always fail your swords rolls.
Oh, let's do it like a cattle auction. It's like, give me 5, give me 4. Oh, give me 4, give me 5.
5.
3, yes, 3, beautiful.
So it's from 1 to 6?
Also, can we see the YouTube chat?
Yeah.
Yes, we can. We're mostly looking at Twitch chat. Folks at the YouTube chat, we love you too, but we kind of it's hard to look at the two chats at the same time. So I say a lot of threes.
Yeah, they're saying 3 is like the most balanced thing. It's like the middle thing.
So you're going to be a tiebreaker today?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Me
whenever
and
there
this
is
little friend.
please
We
give
have
us
an
your please give us your options. Whenever there is a controversy,
Yeah.
yes, you're going to choose. So
Well, but I mean, there are mainly 3s, 2, 5.
5.
3 and 5. I
3
think
and
is the
5.
most.
So is it going to be a 3 or is it going to be a 5?
Let's go with 3. I like it. The more balanced thing. It's like the middle.
Okay. So Mark 3.
Yeah. But just.
Yeah, just so great.
Yeah.
So whenever we roll feelings, we want from 6 to 4. Whenever we roll swords, we want 1 or 2. And whenever we roll 3, that's a special occasion. You get sword feelings. It means that you can ask one question and we will have to answer it truthfully. It's still a fail, but you get some information.
About a game or about Wrath of the Righteous? You should state it.
You know, let's do it like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Whenever it's 3, ask us anything. Sword feelings, yeah. Now,
We're all gonna die.
there is also expertise. You get an additional roll, an additional dice to roll when you roll something that our character, our beloved Sir Olfrey, something he's an expert in. I guess as a knight it's going to be combat. And what else? Name us another field he's an expert in.
Who is he? He's like a knight, or do we know anything about him?
Yeah.
Cooking. Interesting.
Cooking, yeah. That's nice.
Tentacles.
Horse care. Oh.
Of course,
It has some RDR vibes.
So I see cooking, I see
yes.
knowledge arcana.
Mm-hmm. Arcana cooking.
Knowledge Arcana. Cooking
Cooking
tentacles.
tentacles.
Alright. It all falls into cooking
Does that mean
tentacles.
that
Dragons. No, that's a different character from Inconsequent Debates. So, most of all is cooking for now.
Yeah, cooking seems like the most fun one.
All right. Please write it right here next to combat and cooking.
Here or right?
Just somewhere here next to. Uh-huh. And
Was it CK?
The
Okay.
CRPG Wrath of the Righteous.
yeah.
No,
Yes.
it's our field of knowledge. We are experts.
All right.
Wait, there is a question. Do you think all the social goals can be met, or could you make a hidden 24th social goal? The second one, I'm not sure about that. I mean, even if we were, we wouldn't reveal it now. But as for meeting them all, well, there are like 2 or 3K left on Instagram and Twitch, so I think it's pretty possible. Why not?
Combat and cooking. Is that about a legendary dwarf battle bread? Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I think he has a loaf of battle bread with him in his inventory.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
What does he have?
You know, it's not a hard game, so I think we can determine it on the way. For now, he has regular. I think he doesn't have a horse right now, because it doesn't fit well into the story we have prepared for you. But he does have a dwarf bread, and he has regular combat gear that all paladins have.
So, combat gear and a loaf of good old, literally,
Yes, really old.
really old
Rock
dwarf bread.
Yeah, for all that have just joined the stream, we are playing a game, a tabletop game called Lasers and what is it? Lasers and
It's swords and feelings.
Swords
and
and
feelings.
Yeah, I forgot. And yeah, so we have already explained the rules, but yeah, you can get along and just get it along the way.
Donald the dinosaur says, I bet if you throw the bread, it does 1 damage because it's rock hard. Well, it's combat bread. It's dwarvish combat bread. It might be even enchanted, you know. I also think it does surpass damage reduction. I mean, it's dwarvish bread. Enchanted for edibility. For anything but edibility. So, shall we begin?
Yeah.
Yes. So, Sir Alfred.
On his way from the Stolen Lands, where he, Tentacles, took part in very amusing debates, Tentacles, Sir Alfred was going to the Whirlwind to join the crusade against the forces of chaotic evil. On his way, he passed a very large and weird-looking forest. It was a big forest that looked even more wild than everything he had seen in the Stolen Lands. And the Stolen Lands are pretty wild, you know. And while he was going along it, he heard someone crying.
Sorry.
Кутузовский что творился, пишет.
No, it's there.
And what do I see? Throw the bread at her. Okay.
I'm just a poor dryad with a broken heart. I can't help but crying all day.
So yes,
Who would help me? If there was a noble knight passing by.
What's a bread?
they said it's Nyrisa in disguise. And look, they wanted to attack you.
Why? Why?
it's a trap.
Look, I see a lot.
Your fall.
A lot of people want to attack. Some want to give you the bread. Yeah, give you the bread. So, okay.
So we have two options: kill her, attack her, or give her a bread.
So that's what happens. So Olfrey approaches the Dryad and hands her a loaf of adamantine hard bread and says, "Hello, pretty sad lady tentacles," and gives you a rock hard bread.
Good sir, but what is it?
These tentacles is dwarvish combat bread tentacles.
Oh, good sir, I have no use for it. I can't eat this. Definitely. But oh, even if I could, I won't. I wouldn't. Because I've lost the love of my life. My wildberry.
And who is that wildberry?
Oh, it's my little bushy.
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 Two-handed bread weapon. So, this Dryad tells Sir Olfrey about her beloved another Dryad guy who lived in a blackberry bush, and
He was stolen from me by this foul, ugly creature. This ugly toad. Oh, my bushy. Don't laugh at me.
reassure her of what?
Can the bread talk?
All right. Strategemini, what do you want to reassure her of?
We shall murder everyone, making her cry.
Yes, you should. You should murder her. Murder her.
We must be brave. We must be strong.
Murder this toad. No.
But there is no toad right here. Do toads eat bread? You don't know. All right.
She can eat my bushy.
Okay. So,
Do something, good sir. Please do something with her.
handkerchiefs. Yeah, I guess he does have a handkerchief. So, so Olfrey hands the Dryad instead of the dwarven bread a handkerchief. That seems to reassure her a bit. And so, where is that foul creature that took away your beautiful bush guy, dude? Tentacles.
She lives deep in the dark forest.
That one?
Yeah, that one. Well, and she rules this toad folk, these creeplies, who gather around her and sing her songs and bring her berries, and she's awful. And she stole my wildberry. Because she loves him, because she's jealous of me. He's so beautiful, you have no idea.
Fear not, my fair lady. I will bring back your beloved.
Go quick, and you can have this bread, thank you.
All right.
This awful
So handkerchief. Now that this Dryad appears to be spirit of a pear tree, because when she returns to Sir Olfrey his handkerchief, which is now completely soaked in what seems to be pear jam.
And I think Sir Olfrey proceeded into a forest.
Oh no, but he couldn't.
Why?
So you see, she pointed at the forest, but as Sir Ulfre came closer to it, he realized that he cannot enter it because right before the edge of the forest there is a pretty deep and pretty large chasm. He can see the bottom of it, which is pretty,
It's pretty
it's
deep.
pretty deep and steep. But thankfully, right here is what appears to be a rope bridge.
It wasn't really a rope.
Wait.
No?
No, it appears to be rope. It appears to
that's
be a
good.
completely normal rope across a chasm.
Okay.
So what are you going to do? Let's jump the gap. That's unlikely.
It's too wide.
Throw the bread at what? At the chasm?
Well, it's really...
Let's go around the gap. It's pretty long too. And you cannot fly at the bridge. Let's walk the bridge. No, we can't fly. We cannot fly.
Set it on fire.
Let's climb down and then go back up. Well, we can try that too. There's no druid. Dryad. Yes, actually, we could ask the Dryad for the spells to help.
Swing across it.
Let's use the Dryad as a raft. But it's not
That's
a river.
rude.
How can this ever be a trap? Tentacle Knight is Azimar. He has wings. On one hand, yes, but these are not functional. And also he's wearing a pretty hard and heavy armor. So what are we gonna do? Are we going to throw bread? Are we going to climb the bridge? Are we going to go down and then back up? Strip naked and use the wings to glide across.
Wow. That's just like magnificent.
Feelings. Ask Dryad. So, are we going to ask Dryad for help, or are we going to go on the bridge?
There is a bridge.
There is a bridge.
Yeah, there is a rope bridge.
It's
And
a
then
rope
what do we have? What do we need the Dryad for?
I don't know.
Let's go to the bridge. Oh, they want the Dryad to go first to check the bridge.
Yeah.
It's kinda evil. We have an evil chat today.
Well,
Just the bridge with bread.
all right. So Ulfre goes back to the Dryad and asks her, "Fair lady, Tentacles, perchance do you know, is this bridge, Tentacles, safe to cross, Tentacles?"
I don't know. I've never crossed it. I live in a pear tree. Why do I have a use for like these bridges or anything?
All right. And now we roll feelings to basically sense motive.
Sacrifice.
And we roll
the child.
and we have a 5. A 5, yes, we roll above 3. So, is she telling the truth?
Yes.
The Dryad has no idea what this bridge is and whether it is or is not safe to cross. We can make a new bridge using wood. That would
No,
take...
you can't.
Test the bridge with bread. So yeah, that could work. So Ulfre walks to the bridge and pokes it with the bread, and well, the bridge looks pretty solid. Yeah, it's made of rope, or what appears to be rope, which is it can hold his weight, at least that. Baka Dryad.
Baka you.
Can we quickly cook some spaghetti and reinforce the bridge with it just in case? Well, that's a good idea.
Do you have spaghetti in your inventory?
So, I guess yes if he can cook. But I see people saying, let's just cross it. Let's cross it. So, Nervosh, we're playing a role-playing game. happy to see you join us. And so Olfre walks on the bridge. Strategemini wants us to side with the Grippler, but you haven't met them yet. Of course, Strategemini would like to join the
Yes,
Grippler.
we just have a bridge and a slight feeling like someone's looking. Like you can feel this gaze. It's from everywhere, not from one place. Someone follows you every movement when you step on a bridge. And you know the bridge, it's a little bit sticky.
Yeah, it's probably the builders of this bridge were considerate enough to make sure that whoever walks it doesn't fall from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They're saying it's a Twitch chat that's watching.
oh yes, sticky on the Valentine's Day. It's organic. We can cook it. All right. So, as Sir Olfre carefully, in his heavy armor, walks the bridge, it holds his weights all right, but when he's about halfway across the chasm, he realizes something is following him, and as he looks back, he sees that. Well, yeah, it's not really a rope bridge. It's more like a silk bridge. Spider silk bridge. And a large spider is walking upside down right behind him. That's not a spider. That's a cuttlefish.
That's our
Tentacles!
We don't have spiders in the office, so that's what we have for a spider.
It's a mandragora swarm. No, that's just a spider. Not a spider swarm. One large spider.
It's a fantasy spider. Oh, fantasy spiders.
It's a tentacle spider.
Yes,
It's a
tentacle.
tale about tentacles. Come on.
tentacle spider.
So
Can a mimic be a
yeah,
bridge?
I see
No.
flee, another flee, run. Yeah, I guess the answer is to run. And you know what? Actually, I've seen a lot of people seem to believe that full plate armor is really hard to move in, and there's even that misconception that they were too heavy to move on their own, that they needed some kind of crane to even put them on horse. But no. You can look it up on YouTube. There's a video where modern knight in full plate armor, which is just like what they actually used, a soldier in full equipment and a firefighter, all three run across with with obstacles, and they make it in the same time basically. So yeah, you can very much run on the spider bridge across a chasm wearing a full plate armor, but you'll need a roll.
They're saying date the spider.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I have a partner already. I ate him
It's
when we had
obviously a source roll, and it's just one roll. Well,
what do you roll?
Actually,
Sorry, what do
I
you roll?
think running, he can. I think combat covers that. So we get one die for.
Which side do we run in? Back or?
Well,
front?
the spider is coming from back.
Yeah. So we. So you're coming from back, okay? All right.
There might be more than just one spider. Well, for now, there's just one spider. Can we kill the spider and then cook it? Probably.
You
But
have
now,
this ability.
now we're running forward. So there are two dice. One of them is for your normal roll, and another for being an expert in combat.
We should have
Roll,
charmed it.
please. So, swords, you need 1 or 2 is a success.
Let me just roll my sleeves.
And 3, we answer your question.
But it's still,
Yeah.
still not a success. Yeah.
We have Owlcat on the stream helping us.
Do have a way to roll it so everybody sees.
Roll, Owlcat, roll.
I guess we can just, let me see.
Uh-huh.
We can move the
okay.
thingy so you can see our tabletop. It's a 6 and a 2. I don't know if you
Well,
can.
that's a success.
Wait. I'm not sure if
I
you
don't
can
think
see
so.
it. Yeah. Well, sorry.
Well, here we go. 2 and 6.
Yeah.
And that's a success.
So you run. And success to what?
Uh,
Sure, you
to
run.
run, to try and outrun the spider.
Yeah.
And one success is what it means is that you barely manage to do the thing. You can get another. Basically, you can have from 1 to 3 successes. 1 success is you barely manage. 2 is your normal success, and 3 successes is a critical success. So you need to roll 3 dice. To get a third die, you need to prepare yourself for the upcoming roll. Obviously, Off was not prepared for what happened. But he makes his move and he starts running away on the bridge from the spider that is following him upside down.
But
But
there is another spider
where?
in front of him.
Oh dear!
Oh no.
He's just jumped into the bridge and the bridge started to swing. It swings the bridge.
So
It's a spider of the same kind, mind you.
it's a tentacle spider.
Yeah, it's another.
Yes.
So Sol Olfre is standing on a swinging rope bridge, and one spider is approaching him from behind, another spider is approaching him
From
from the front.
Yes, it's like
Yeah.
And what is he going to do now?
swing him.
Oh my
Yes.
god. Oh my god.
Let's swing in unison. Like we're on the same bridge. I get paid for it.
So I see an idea to jump down.
Reload the save file.
Cut the cords. We could do that.
But
Offer them some dwarven bread.
Introduce the first spider to the second one. It's Valentine's Day.
I think they are relatives.
Well, you could try. F5, quick load.
We love you too.
So, what are we going to do? Are we going to jump down? Are we going to cut the ropes? Or are we going to try to persuade them into spending quality time with each other and living the brave night alone?
Does our knight know anything about the spiders? Has he knowledge about them? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Can they be Can they be persuaded?
Persuade? Yeah, people seem to.
Persuade them.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're going to. Well, all right. Treat them to a romantic dinner for 2.
I'm not. I think if he does that, he will be the meal for the date.
Likely. Oh, but he has cooking, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he has a bread.
He can offer them to cook them a romantic dinner for 2. And you're the dessert. Well,
Maybe.
let's try and. Roll it. It's going to be, of course, a feelings roll with a second die for his cooking expertise.
And it's a 4 and a 2.
And that's 1 success.
So, what are you gonna do?
So it's a partial success, which means that it's not a complete failure. So Ultra Tentacle starts to sweet talk the spiders and trying to persuade them to leave him alone and instead spend this beautiful, beautiful day together on a date. And he actually pulls some tasty. I'm sorry, but I know a meme. It goes just like that.
It's up to you.
You know the one
You roll the dice.
the one with 2 dogs.
I know.
Oh yeah, now kiss.
Yeah, no kiss.
So, you roll the dice. So they're feeling the vibes. You know.
Yeah, you know, I've
What
seen
is in the air.
I've seen a movie that just started just like that. I don't want to tell you how it ended. No.
Dmitry Netsev says, Spider boss, a huge spider. Who could predict that? Nobody.
I'm not huge. I'm just
Plump.
yes.
I have a thick bone.
Yeah, I have a big bone.
Oh, Hello, Galagraphia.
Hi! Hi,
We've
Bella!
been waiting for you. Thanks for joining us
Yes.
today. We're playing a little role-playing game, and our brave knight,
And
Sir Olfrim, has just met some friendly spiders. And he pulled some, while swinging on the rope bridge, he managed to pull some cooking stuff from his backpack and show them that he's really ready to help them and prepare a nice good meal for them. And they at least allow him to get to the other side of the chasm, into the wild forest with huge twisted trees, a really overgrown forest with way more greenery than you would expect.
you can go, little one. It's okay.
Really?
It was spider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was spider.
I wanted to say that they actually wanted him for the dessert, but all right. Daria saved you. It was a partial success after all.
Yes.
So,
Well, maybe the partial part was that they wanted to see him at the dinner later. Or they will find.
oh yeah, they take him on his promise, and he has to spend a couple hours actually making some pastry for them.
Hurry up, you little one, or we'll eat you.
So yes, he successfully prepares a nice dinner, but when he... I'm doing tentacles what I can.
The stream is 18 plus, so that's okay.
So yes, so Ulfr has prepared a dinner, but while he was doing that, when he left the spiders to the nice date, it already started to getting dark. So he's going into that forest while the sun is going down and the shadows turn longer. And what does he do next? It's a large, wild, deep forest that gets darker with each minute. Light the bread on fire!
I set fire to the bread.
I have a feeling that... Oh yeah,
Oh,
and
okay.
Azamar can turn off his nimbus.
Turn on his nimbus, so...
Does it actually give light? Or does it only make him more fabulous?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yes, that's a tentacle knight, Sir Ulfred, on his way to the crusade. Oh dear. Yeah, you've just seen
No,
a spider trying to...
it should be menacing.
You've just
It ought to be menacing, actually.
So, since it's dwarven bread, I have a hunch that you could light it like a piece of coal and make it burn. So I guess yes. So Olfrem sets the dwarven bread on fire, puts it on a stick, and now he has a little light. A bread torch. Perfect. Everything dwarven is fireproof. Well, not everything, I guess. It's coal-like. Coal is a dwarven thing too, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a bread torch.
Maybe it was not really like a good dwarf bread, It's...
Not masterwork. All right. So
Yes, right.
So Olfrim, bravely, tentacles, goes inside that dark green forest.
And
You can technically use this as a torch if you turn it upside down. It's a tentacle bread torch.
please don't. So, and among the trees,
Yes, ZK0, the famous 3-in-1 dwarven bread. It's everything but food. Exactly.
and among the trees, he sees shapes that resembles old smoldered walls. It was a city. Well, rather a town. And something awful happened there. It was long, long ago, and trees grew on this place, but something burned this town to the ground.
Yes, even through the greenery you can see the ground scorched black, and as he walks through that overgrown patch, there is less greenery and more black and scorched earth, until he reaches the center of what used to be the town, which is still a charred, barren a crater. Apparently something exploded here really strongly.
Yes.
Fireball!
Does he see anything?
What do we see here? Please don't be a dragon. Please don't be a dragon.
What does he see? Do you know? So, Alfred, what do you see in the middle of this burned town?
Actually, he doesn't see anything. He, however, feels something. You know, it's a pretty warm summer night. Yeah, it's already night. And he looks around with his torch, looking at these ruins, at the charred blackened earth. But what he feels is a touch of cold. Something really cold touches his neck.
From behind or from the front?
From behind.
From all sides.
Mm.
Yeah. Is he
Is he
feeling
feeling tentacles?
No, that doesn't feel slimy. It doesn't feel corporeal at all. It's more like something without a body.
A ghost? Ghostbusters. Sorry.
Way to ruin the horror. But yes, it seems like...
I'll be right back. You can continue the story.
Who are you?
Tentacles? I am Sir Alfred Tentacles. And who might you be?
Once I was an adventurer like you.
Did you
But
take...
now-
let me guess. Did you get an arrow to your knee?
Why everyone asks this?
I don't know. That happens a lot.
No, I didn't. And as I said, I was an adventurer once. But now I'm a nobody. Just a ghost roaming this forsaken city.
There's not
Town.
much left of this city. What happened?
You see, once it was a trading post. Many adventurers went there, and our team, went there too. There was 3 of us. Me, my beautiful Eliana, and our friend, whose name really doesn't matter. One day, we went to the dungeon, and we found it. A golden toad.
A golden toad?
Yes. The thing so beautiful and so magnificent. And you know, it was a toad from solid gold. Solid golden toad.
He doesn't actually have it. He just
Yes,
materializes
it's
it like a
it's-
vision.
It's a flashback, yes.
Yeah.
It's a vision. We were beyond happiness. So much money. So we came to the trading post and we tried to divide it. Well, our friend said, I did all the work, so it should belong to me. And I said, no, we should divide it into 3 parts and each goes with its own part. And Eliana, my beautiful Eliana, She said, yes, I'm agree. Everyone is equal in our party. But our friend, he started a fight. We fought over this frog and I don't even know who took it. And then it was an explosion. Fire was everywhere, and the last thing I saw was it was a creature flying from the town. It was a dragon toad.
That's not dragon toad. That's a really cute seal.
That's how I remembered it, okay?
So, a dragon after all.
A dragon toad.
Like a dragon frog. Like a fragon.
Sorry, Dolly the dinosaur has to leave now. Thank you for having
Bye.
for being on the
Bye.
stream. You can rewatch how it ended later on.
Or just bye.
Yeah, on YouTube and Twitch. So see you.
Never says
Can
cameo.
you from back in the content? Yes. And you can wear it around your neck, you know.
So,
So
dragon toad mythic path confirmed. That's a way to announce it, yes.
it's not a man. It's not.
Hey,
It's
you
not a
haven't
joke.
rolled a free.
That's a joke to you. It killed me. It fucking killed. It killed me.
Hold your full mouth, Spectre. You're out of the frame.
Golden frog legs, do they taste good?
So, tentacles. What hold you in this mortal realm, Spectre? Everybody else in this town is dead. Tentacles.
I don't believe that my beloved Ileana is dead. I didn't see her body. Maybe this dragon toad stole her and the golden toad. I don't know, but I just can't believe she died. Yes, there was an explosion. Yes, like everyone died in this town, but she couldn't. She just couldn't.
So you believe, Tentacles, that this foul creature have stolen your love?
Yes, it did.
That sounds plausible. Because
That's the
it
forest
happened-
of stolen beloved, I think. I don't know.
Beloveds.
Beloved.
Is that a word? Stolen beloveds. Because you know, that's a curious thing. I'm already on a quest to find this very foul creature. I really like the word foul. And retrieve a different beloved stolen by her.
Maybe it's just hoarding beloveds or collecting beloveds. What? Every dragon hoards something, like gold or, I don't know,
Tentacles?
jewels. Maybe. And maybe it's a dragon toad who hoard beloveds. I don't know.
Like a harem?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know.
It's hoard. Dragons hoard things, like they keep in them. They don't use them, alright?
Oh, makes sense.
You know quite a lot about dragons, huh? Can we date the ghost to make it happy?
Well, we can ask. Do you want to roll and try to seduce the ghost? So, Twitch, people from the YouTube believe that we should try and seduce the ghost.
Twitch seems to support the idea.
All right. So, cooking and combat. Does cooking fit into seducing ghosts? I don't think so.
Well, I don't know if you can cook something ghostly.
Ghost pepper?
You can try.
All right. All right, we're trying to seduce the ghost using curry with ghost pepper. That's 2 dice, and we want at least 4.
And we got a 6 and a 3.
A 6 and a 3, that's great. So, first we have 1 success. 1 barely success. I don't know what's going to happen. And more importantly, we have a 3. We have a 3, which means you get to ask us a question.
So the question first, the seduction later, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Think wisely.
So, what's the question?
Did you take an arrow to the knee?
Well, he already said no. No, he didn't.
No, I just was blown up, alright?
Question. Tell us about a romance. That's not a question.
Yeah, that's not a question. Please.
Please.
Okay.
And you know romance,
Yes.
Yes.
you know, romance is when 2 people meet
Yeah.
and they love each other. That's the romance.
At least 2.
So did we answer the question?
Do you really want to waste your question on that?
Tentacles?
Tentacles?
Of course, yes.
Yes.
But you already know that.
Yes.
Don't waste your question on that. Any more questions?
You don't have any questions for us about Wrath?
Oh,
Oh.
how are we going to... So, we've got a question...
We'll be able to romance Regil. You know, we are narrative designers, so mountain combat is not our thing. Yes?
So, yeah, we have to translate that. So, there was a question in Russian. How will the mounted monk... Is that pink eye?
Is it? Oh, no, it's
No,
not.
I think pink eye doesn't speak Russian.
Yeah, really.
How are we going to organize the mounted monk combat?
But actually, we had a stream yesterday on Mixer with a streamer called Storm Zabart, and you can find the link in our social media. And if you go to our official forums, there is like a small overtake that Strategemini made. That's a hard name to pronounce. And you
It's
can...
like strategic Gemini.
Oh, okay. That doesn't make it easier. But anyway, he made like a little over like a summary of every question that we answered, and we talked a lot about monks. Well, not a lot, but
Yeah.
more than we ever did. So you can go there and read some more about it.
So yes, as narrative designers, we can tell a lot about mechanics because we just don't know that much.
Yeah, I'm a community manager. I know only social media things. So.
Yes. So what about romancing Regil? Can we romance Regil?
No.
Will he romance us? I mean, what you know about Regil? Does he seem like a romantic person? Does he look romantic? What's the background story of Regil? Well, he's a Hell Knight.
Yeah.
He's super sentimental and sappy.
Regil?
No.
Sorry.
What is your favorite romance in Pathfinder Kingmaker? Well, of course, mine is one original threesome with Octavian Regengar. I wrote it.
I want the original, it's Tristian's. No, he's just
Misunderstood.
Stupid Tristian.
Baka Tristia.
Yes, he's a husband. Valerie,
And
Valerie
this is going to be the last question for these sword feelings. Will demon be eventually able to conquer and rule the demon world? So are you expecting us to spoil you the very ending
sorry.
right here?
Demon will. Okay. All right.
Like,
No, okay, it's not. It doesn't mean yes. I understood the question.
And we have two questions in the YouTube chat.
Well, Demon World is Abyss. It has many realms and it has many kings and queens. So I think the one who can conquer it all, he or she would be an emperor. And there are no demon emperors.
conquering the whole abyss, I think
It would be-
even Lamashta, who used to be a demon lord, didn't.
And even Nocticula, who can kill
Yeah.
other demon lords and make them into her isles, can do this. So, but never say never.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there are questions. First of all, it's with mod tools unlocked, how extensive the tools are going to be. We haven't decided yet how the mod support system will look like. One of the things that we have considered is Steam Workshop, but nothing. We don't have nothing like concrete announced yet, so we're still thinking about it and keep an eye on our social media and stuff to know more about it. And we're not planning any DLCs yet because we're focused on the main game.
But well, it's going to be a part of the main game. Yeah.
What?
Well, for second
Well, the mod
92,
support.
for second
Yeah,
92,
No,
But-
it's the DLCs was
Like-
just another question. Like, are you planning any DLCs after the release? We still haven't
Oh.
got a release.
Yeah, don't ask about DLCs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Come on, we still haven't got a release. We're not thinking about it.
So I like this comment for second 92. I'll die trying.
Well, you're welcome.
Good luck with this.
And now back to Sir
Back
Alfred
to-
and his misadventures as he's trying to seduce the ghost with some ghost pepper curry and has at least a partial success with that.
Well,
So yeah, so Alfred offers you some kind words and a steaming hot pot of ghost pepper curry.
you're a nice chap, Golfrey. I mean, Alfrey. You're a decent chap. I grant you this, but Eliana was my true love. You are okay, but you're not Eliana, right? But give it to me.
So,
sorry,
yeah.
I can't hold it. Oh, all right. But
Well, you can levitate it.
yes,
maybe-
it smells delicious. You're
It's
a
a
nice
ghost pepper,
lad.
you
nice
probably-
lad, Alfrey. Yes, nice lad.
And having said that, he tells Alfred a secret.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I have a chest.
Yeah.
Up there. And
Not that kind of chest. A treasure kind of chest.
like yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
He tells Sir Alfred about a treasure hidden within the ruins of the town. An old chest which can be found, but unfortunately he doesn't know how to open it.
well, there is some kind of tricky magic. To open it, there are two
Well, he leads...
two lines.
Can he move around the city?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he brings Sir Alfred to the chest, and the chest it's a pretty unusual kind of chest because it has a large flat cover, and as Sir Alfred touches it, words appear on it, and these words are swords are blank.
You're too just do it a little bit lower, I think. Maybe.
Lower. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, we can see that, I think.
Well, a little bit lower.
So,
it's fine.
2 lines.
Okay.
Swords are blank. Feelings are blank. The ghost has no idea what it is and how it works. And no, you cannot seduce the unusual flat. Oh dear. It's a mimic. Swords are cool. Feelings are overrated. All right, so
Is it alright?
looking at them, so Alfred says, swords are cool, feelings are overrated. And these exact words appear faintly on the chest, but as he doesn't have anything to say more, they disappear.
It should be a verse, you know.
Yeah,
Swords are
right.
bread, feelings are also bread. That doesn't even register on the cover.
So you need to complete the verse, you know.
Swords are 1, feelings are 6.
And the last two lines. Give us last two lines. Compose a poem. It's a Valentine's Day after all. Yeah, do the poem.
Oh my god, is it the...
Oh.
So,
Witches.
Random 64 is quoting Witcher. Swords for humans, feelings for monsters. Oh?
Swords are feelings, feelings are swords.
Swords
Oh,
are swords,
Swords are
feelings.
red, feelings are blue.
Open
Open
up.
up chest, or I will stab you.
That's not very romantic, but it certainly has a message, you know?
So, as Sir Ulfre, yes, it was Dr. Gemini who cracked the code. All right. So, as her brute force romance, yeah. As Sir Ulfre utters this poem, these exact words appear on the chest, and with a squeak, it opens, and inside,
What?
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 What does he
what-
see inside?
What is inside?
What?
Who are you asking?
What?
Me?
No, asking them? What's inside? What do you see?
Yeah, that's a success. That's a sterling success. Old kitty.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
little kitty.
But it wouldn't stay alive for long in that place.
Yeah, don't kill the poor kitty.
500 feet of rope. Golden toad dragon. No, that's a dwarf inside.
Tentacles.
Legendary fork. Bushy bushy. Frozen pizza.
Another bread.
It could be a cold chest of frozen pizza.
With potatoes.
What's with the potatoes pizza? It's the second time I hear about it today.
Read our update. It's all about potatoes.
All right, old kitty of Schrödinger.
Is it dead or is it alive? Is it alive? He
Do not-
opened the chest.
Do not kill
Oh,
the
a note saying you have opened not just me but my heart.
Oh.
Inside joke. Well,
Well, I think
a pair of magic glasses
glasses like spectacles or glasses like
of whiskey
of whiskey. It's tumblers actually.
Oh, I
glasses
would
of
like
whiskey.
a chest with too much.
to serve wine.
To serve wine, like glasses to serve
Yeah.
wine. All right.
Yeah, he sees another ghost.
A magical red rose. What does it do?
Tentacles.
Tentacles. Another ghost.
What's-
Well, it's interesting.
What's YouTube saying?
Tentacles. And another
Golden
ghost.
Toad, bushy bushy. Wow.
Tentacles. Another ghost.
Another chest.
Another chest.
Maybe the Ciliani.
Golden pantaloons.
So how can we decide?
Pineapple pizza. Roll of fortitude save check.
How
What's
can-
with the hate against the pineapple pizza? It's fine. It's fine.
Don't start it, please.
Yeah, let's not
don't.
go there.
You
please.
know, I see a lot of suggestion that it should be some kind of food.
Food, yeah.
So yeah, I guess it's a cold chest, and it's actually a magical cold chest. So whatever was put inside years and years ago has preserved in perfect condition. It didn't go stale or anything. And yeah, does pizza exist in Galarian? I think it canonically does exist actually.
A bottle of meat. You know, we had
A bottle
tree-
of a bottle of meat.
a bottle of meat.
Meat.
Meat, not a bottle of meat. It's just strange.
So inside, Sir Ulfre finds perfectly preserved frozen pineapple pizza, 2 glasses, and a bottle of
Meat.
mead. Yeah,
Well-
meat and pizza.
Yes, meat and pizza.
Yeah, that's nice.
Netflix and
That's
chill.
nice.
Can pizza talk?
So it's a perfect Valentine's Day. You dwarf bread and bottle of meat, 2 glasses, and pizza. All right.
Yeah, the
Does
next thing you'll
pineapple
find
pizza
will
exist
be
in
Netflix
Galarian?
and chills.
Well, you know, pizza is basically bread and everything you have at home in your fridge. So I think Galarians could invent pizza one day, accidentally. It's just, well, let's call it not pizza, but something like...
No, I think I read about some I think gnome inventing exactly pizza.
exactly pizza. Well, we can call it open pie. And thin open
Chaos pie.
chaos pie. All right, chaos pie it is.
Wait, I'm getting like super weird ideas for where this whole thing is going. Like he got the pizza, he got the drink, so he's going to see a dragon and he'll find just him chilling with Netflix. So he's like, here's the pizza, let's go.
No, we don't have Netflix on Galarian.
Watch some- well, I don't know, but you know, it's going like super that way. Netflix and chills on a Saint Valentine's Day.
All right. So, after opening the chest, it's actually gotten really dark here, and the dwarven bread is still giving some light. But tell me, did Sir Ulfrey stay for the night, or did he proceed to go further into the dark and scary, overgrown forest? Because, you never know what the awful toad dragon is doing to the little scared bush.
Bushy.
Bushy. Nothing can stop us now that we have pizza. Go further. Yeah, go further. So, it was dark. Not stormy. It was dark, but not stormy at all. Actually, yeah.
And Sir Ulfric came to a swamp. He felt that gradually the soil became more squishy and the moss became more vividly green. And then he came to a swamp, and in the middle of a swamp there was a huge closed lily. Like a huge closed flower.
All right.
Roll insanity check.
Roll an insanity check.
Isn't that
I mean,
dark?
you can just roll a check. Oh,
Oh, you can.
It's not Pathfinder. You don't just run around and throw random checks at stuff. Just tell us what you want to do, and let's see if it works.
Romance the flower. It's just a flower, people.
Well, it did work in Kingmaker.
What? Romancing a flower?
Yeah,
Where?
a flower, a whole bush. The secret romance.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's
Taste the flower.
It's not that kind of flower. It's just a huge, enormous lily.
Can he walk to it?
No, I think it's in the middle of a swamp, and
So the ground is
the
too
ground
treacherous.
is too
Yeah, he cannot taste it. All right. So Galagraphia. Beautiful flower tentacles. What is your name, and what does such a pretty flower like you do in a dark place like this? Tentacles, he says.
The flower opened slowly,
Oh.
and in the middle of it was a dragon toad.
Oh dear.
A dragon toad.
Still a cute seal.
I still looking dragon toad. Dragon.
I'm actually very horrible,
Hold it in the camera.
I kill puppies.
You kill puppies with
Dragon
that
toad.
face?
With the very same face.
Well, chat wants us to seduce it.
Seduce a dragon.
You want to seduce me, a toad dragon queen? You're so naive. I have no use for you, you little creatures. What? Do you came here to steal my treasure?
Do you
Are
have
you
it?
talking in character or are you talking to the audience?
I'm talking to the audience in character, right?
So, well, the lily opened and Sir Ulfrey saw the large and pretty green and lumpy dragon toad sitting within it.
That's
So-
the crown.
No, he doesn't have tentacles. Or she?
And
Oh,
that's the golden
the
toad.
real treasure were the friends we made along the way.
Did we make friends?
Not really.
Well, we made a
She's
ghost friend.
ghost, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you made the spiders. You made the spiders.
You stole my heart, so I will steal your treasure. That's the way.
So the queen demands an answer.
Do we already know that it's her?
No.
No?
No.
But she says I'm the queen.
It's her. She said that
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, what did she
She-
ask again?
Didn't you hear me the
No,
first
I
time?
mean, which part was talking to the audience and which part? I mean, you said creatures. That's just one of.
Well,
So-
creature, you
creature, yeah.
all right? I don't like. I don't
I
like.
was just being gentle.
I don't like make difference. You are all the same. 1, 2, 3. It's all the same. Do you want to steal my treasure? The treasure. It's
The
golden toad.
is it-
She holds it.
Oh, she's holding the golden toad.
I like it's difficult. It has little paws, so it's like barely holds. So
In fact, no. I have no use for gold, for I am on a noble quest, tentacles.
liar!
I have come to save Bushi and Eliana.
Who's Bushi? Like
So you know who Eliana is.
no.
Bushi is the poor dryad guy whom your foul, I really like that word, your foul, gripless subject stole from his beloved dryad.
I don't know anyone. Go away. Gods, seize him! And the queen just leapt into the air and flew away. And then 3 Gripplis came. It's like a toad.
Yeah.
Like we have an actual toad. Like it's not something with tentacles. It's an actual toad, and it came. Like yes, my queen. Yes, my queen. We will fight him. Prepare to die. Prepare to die.
So, do we prepare to die?
Seduce the creepless.
That's the best.
Just seduce them. Seduce the toads.
Sacrifice the pineapple pizza to summon demons. Well, he cannot summon demons.
Oh,
He's on his way to fight demons. He's a noble knight.
the Gripplis had spears. Actually, yes.
Yeah.
That toads with spears.
Well,
Prepare to
2 of
die.
them. 2 of Gripply had
Ah,
spears,
two.
and the
Yes.
third one was a monk.
Yes.
A Gripply monk.
A Gripply monk. Yes.
On a mount.
Not on a mount, but I think a Gripply monk has a very special attack.
Well, the 2 of them, they cry, kill him, kill him! And the monk one says, everything is futile.
So, what do we have? We have one idea to...
To seduce them.
Yoba says don't do something stupid.
Fake death after first spear strike. Do the Disney princess move? Like what? They are already here.
Yeah. Random 64 says, let's cook frog feet, because that's both our expertises. We could do that, I guess.
Pretend to also be a Gripply. I think they are not this stupid.
Oh, but wait. Sir Alfred is wearing a full plate armor.
Yeah.
He can pretend to be 2 Gripplys in one set of armor.
Yeah, actually. They're stupid. Yes.
So, any more suggestions? I think no.
No.
Oh, hello, friendas.
Hello.
Hello.
Use a dwarven baguette as a pole to jump. Well, there's no dwarven baguette. You had one loaf of dwarven bread and it's already burning.
Kiss the creepless, I will transform into princesses. Oh.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Sacrifice the pineapple pizza to summon angels. And angles.
Angles.
Angles. It's interesting.
Strike a heroic pose. Yeah, I think he can do that. So Sir Ulfre strikes a really heroic pose.
And lights his nymph.
And Grip is like, wow.
Oh my god.
but still keep attacking.
Yes, it was like a Keanu Reeves, like, wow.
So are we going to fight, or are we going to seduce, or
I
are we
think
going
there
to...
are more options to actually make food out of them. So I guess that's a fight.
It's a fight?
Let's say, okay, first thing you say is romance, and second thing you say is fight. So put romance or fight in the chat. We'll see which ones we have more.
Yeah.
Intimidate them by eating the pizza. Like look at them straight into the eyes. Right?
So what we have? Fight,
Fight,
romance, fight,
Die.
I guess it's a fight then.
Yes.
And yeah, since we're using both our kinds of expertise, so Ulfric attacks them and tries to cook them right away. Like during the combat.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Bake them
Yeah, we
into
are
bread.
cooking our enemies on the battlefield.
And 4, 5, and 1.
So what do we need? We need 1. That's 4, 5, and 1, which is 1 partial success, which means that Sir Ulfric takes, while striking a heroic pose, he takes out a frying pan, and with sword and frying pan he bravely dashes into battle, fighting the Gripples. He doesn't actually manage to kill any of them, but he manages to, with his awesome sword moves and reciting the holy words of his goddess and reciting the parts from a cookbook he knows by heart, he makes them flee.
Run away! He has a cookbook!
Just imagine him like...
I don't know why they are so... And the monk one says, that is the way.
I just imagine him like take 2 parts of, I don't know, frog legs and put them into the bowl.
Wow, that's really funny. Well,
Yeah.
I have shivers actually.
Just to recite in the cooking book.
That is the way.
But this is the way, yes.
Well, I mean, if I would see a person just randomly reciting a cooking book and, like, you know, slaying a sword,
Actually, that's
I
something you would expect from an Urgathoa cultist.
Yeah.
I mean, their holy book is actually a cookbook.
Well, yes, they flee, and will you follow them?
Yeah. What will you do? That's very
Well,
intimidating.
we might follow them not to kill, but you just can look where did they go.
Yeah, I guess
Let them
you're
go.
in the middle of a dark, scary forest, and there's a swampy swamp all around, and...
Sneak after them.
Let them go.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Put them into the party.
I mean, they already run away. Sing. So,
Follow them to find the queen.
follow them to find the queen. Yeah,
It makes sense, yes.
but also we also have an option to sing.
To sing.
So he starts. What does he sing?
What does he sing?
Why would he sing?
What does the
It
frog
should-
say?
It should be a victory song.
Holy songs, like
Holy
Love
songs.
songs.
love. Holy love. Well,
All by myself.
like
Don't
Don't
look,
wanna be
look closer.
all
Look closer.
by myself
Look closer.
anymore.
Like if you look
We
at
can
his
see.
shield, you can see that he's a paladin of Shelyn. So his holy song would probably be also a love song.
Oh, hello, my honey. Well, it's like, hello, my honey. Hello, my lady. I don't know the rest.
Hello, my baby.
Hi, Pekka Boyarin. Pekka Boyarin wants us to say something in Russian. И мы, конечно, можем, but that's kind of rude to everybody who doesn't speak Russian here.
Привет всем.
Мы вас любим.
Мы вас любим.
Вы лучшие.
Yes. Now back to Sir Ulfre, who tries to sneakily follow the Gripples while singing a holy love song.
Oh, there was a movie.
Hello,
where,
my baby. Hello,
Yeah,
my
we-
darling.
Hello, my rectum girl. Send me a kiss, my word. Baby, my heart's on fire. I don't know if I sing it right.
Yeah, there was a movie where they were like singing toads. So I just imagine he starts singing and they come back singing, with some heads and the sticks, like.
That was in what's it called? Spaceballs. Yeah.
Yeah.
In Spaceballs.
Yeah, yeah.
So you should sing. I will.
Looney Tunes. Well, I guess it's a pretty long way to go, and so he has enough time to sing all of that as he's going. But after some time, he approaches what seems to be a village. The scared Gripplis run inside the wooden walls. These are not very sturdy walls. You can build really sturdy walls on a swamp. He can see some wooden shacks, some Gripplis inside, and behind the shacks there's a large wooden building that looks like a swamp kind of palace.
Var Rasputin lover of the Russian queen.
Well, one little Gripply, he just peeks around the corner and he says, "Hi,"
Oh.
and just hides away.
So the Gripplis have hidden inside the village, and more Gripplis are just looking at Sir Allfreya in a curious way.
Yeah, bait them out with the pizza. Burn them? No, that's
So
evil.
the bird,
Yeah,
yes.
use the pizza to bait. Offer help in the name of Shaline.
To improve art in the name of Shelley. All right. Romance the city.
It's a village.
Well, I guess he could use the pizza. It's frozen, so he takes out that same scary frying pan, and as a symbol of his goodwill, he puts it on fire and puts the frozen pizza on it and start to. No, it's not a seafood pizza. It's a pineapple pizza, which is really rare on Galeria.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's exotic
Yeah,
for this part of Galeria. at
from
least.
Garund, I think.
Yeah. Oh.
Pizza frisbee.
And
And then.
what's he trying to do with that? I think we can get another roll.
Yes, we can get another roll. Sorry, I think we can get another roll and see
How
what-
much he managed to impress them.
Yes.
Pineapple pizza is too controversial.
Right.
How done will write. If you use a pizza as a weapon, is it an exotic weapon?
I think this one pizza is a legendary weapon.
Yeah.
Legendary.
So we get to. No, it's 3 days. It's 3 days because one for cooking and another for being well prepared for that. So let's see.
Well, Dmitry Netsu asks what happened after the battle with Toads.
They fled.
The toads
No,
fled
they
and we
fled.
started singing.
Yes, and Sir Alfred was so happy he started singing.
Yeah.
And then singing, he proceeded to Gripply village, and all Gripplys hid in aura because he was a bad singer, maybe.
Oh dear, I see someone has played a lot of old like adventure games.
Point and click games.
Yeah, point and click adventure games. Combine the pineapple pizza and the bread to make a scepter.
Wow.
Wow.
What's our result?
We got a 6,
We need
a 4,
one or two.
and a 1.
So
Hey,
that's
no questions! Yay!
Yay.
no, three questions.
Yes, as I said, no
Yeah, 3
questions.
Yeah. Well, no, he didn't spoil it. That's still one success. But I guess we'll go with what who did say that?
Half of time will write.
Y for Fiend 81. Yes, so apparently, after all, pineapple pizza is controversial. So, well, I wouldn't go so far to say that it's a war crime, but yeah, it's kind of controversial. So the Gripply feel the smell, they walk out and they see the knight baking the pizza, and I'll tell you, they don't get a lot of pizza on the swamps. So some of them, they circle him, they walk around, they look and smell, and then some realize that it's a pineapple pizza and they become really pissed, but others, they become ecstatic. So all the Gripply start quarreling about whether or not pineapple pizza is appropriate. And then someone mentions potato pizza, and it becomes a real comment section.
Well, and their argument is more and more heated, and they're all around you, and then they have their spears, and they're like, heresy! Pineapple pizza is heresy! And the others like, you don't understand! This is the best thing in the world! It's sweet and salty at the same time! And they're like, you are blasphemous! We hate you! We hate you! And then there was one, that shy Gripply, who says, I like potato pizza actually.
And that's when all hell breaks loose.
Yes. But you have a chance to, I don't know, to do something.
So yeah, most Gripply are having a very heated argument. And what does Sir Alfred do?
Yeah, we have wiped out the city with a civil war.
Use the chaos to sneak and rob them.
Yes.
we have wiped out the city with a civil war.
Well, it's not like they actually physically fighting, but yeah, it's getting really heated.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yes, they are ready to, and you are in the middle of them. So when they would fight, you would be in the middle of this fight.
Mickey Melvez says, please let the summoner be the next stretch goal. Well, Sir Ulfur cannot do that. He doesn't know how to code.
Yes. He doesn't know what a Kickstarter is.
Our paladin is without sin. Let us cast the first stone. Stratagem, you're evil. You're actually evil.
Yeah.
Do you want Sir Ulfur to fall?
Well, you are able to stop the civil war. You know that. Not just start the civil war. You can stop it.
Kiss all the frogs. So.
They are not in a mood yet, really. You killed the mood with your
you
pizza.
Can try.
You killed the mood with your pizza. Are you happy?
Well, I see.
Have them try the pizza. Well, half of them wouldn't.
Well, some would.
Some would.
Unite the Gripply behind the basic concept of pizza. Became the chief king.
Summon singing frogs with more pizza.
Did you say my shell? Oh, that's sweet.
So we have two options. Some say we should try and reconcile the Gripplys, and others say we should
start a civil war.
Use the chaos to sneak inside the village. So, which one is this going to be? Please dial 1 to sneak, dial 2 to reconcile the Gripplys.
Yeah, write 1 in the chat.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
1 or 2. 1 is sneak inside, 2 is, no.
Sweet talk the Gripplys.
Yeah, sweet talk. 2 is talk, 1 is sneak.
3.
Sing love songs.
We can do it sometimes.
We'll take it as 2.
1.
42. But do you have a table?
Well, it's going. No, there are more twos.
Twos.
Yeah.
So he doesn't walk inside. He doesn't rob them. Instead, he starts singing a sweet love song and try to reconcile them with the power of pizza and love songs. And his superior cooking skills.
I think he sings Imagine by John Lennon, you know? Imagine all the people.
Imagine there's no pizza.
Imagine there's no pizza.
Imagine there are no frogs.
Imagine lots of pizza. So there's going to be, I guess, 2 or 3.
Well,
One is for cooking.
well, if he sees things about cooking, that's one. And what else? We have combat and cooking, right?
Cooking, yeah. But
Well-
they can. Is he prepared for that? I think he's well prepared for sweet talking.
Yeah.
Like, he brought his pizza. Now, that's of course a feelings roll. We need 4 or more.
I'm rolling with another hand. I haven't rolled with this hand yet. Ooh.
And wow, 2 successes. That's 5, 6, and 2. That's a complete success, and
they sing along. in a unison, in a one big chore, you sing maybe ABBA or John Lennon. Yes, if imagine.
YMCA.
and using the available ingredients, he cooks up another pizza with what do they greeply eat? Like mosquitoes. There are really large
And
mosquitoes
moths.
flying around.
Yes.
Yeah, so for those who hate the pineapple pizza, he bakes a mosquito pizza, and the whole thing becomes a huge cookout.
It's like Cookapalooza.
So the whole village is outside. They're having a great time cooking, and what does the queen do? Well,
does
the
the
rest of her
queen
tribe
say?
is having fun with that,
While they were having fun, there was a swoosh, and the arrow hit the tree near the Sir Office's head. And then there was a satyr.
What?
With a bow. A satyr. Oh, no, satyr. No. It was a satyr. It was a dryad, male dryad with a bow.
Oh, Dryad guy.
A dryad guy. A dryad guy with a bow appeared, and he tried to shoot Sir Elfrey.
Well, in this system you don't roll for enemies' attacks.
Yes.
I guess the first arrow didn't hit, but
It was a warning. Wasn't it a warning?
I guess it was a warning.
Yes, it was a warning shot.
So what does
What does he says?
what does he say?
What does the
Says-
giant say?
What
No,
does the
he
giant
doesn't
say?
say wait. He says...
He says,
says-
hatty, hatty,
Hatty
hatty,
ho.
ho, hatty, 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 ho.
You are awful.
I know, thank you.
Well, the dryad guy... Like,
No, not centaur, not satire, a dryad guy.
It's dryad guy.
It's bushy.
Hey, you spoiled everything. It's a dryad guy. He said, "Go away, stranger. We are not happy to see you." And groupies are like, "No, we're actually happy." Shut up.
Seduce the right guy.
And so Ulfr looks at him and says, "Oh, do you happen to be bushy? Your beloved has sent me to save you from these actually pretty cute creatures."
Don't you ever call me like this. I'm a Wildberry. Wildberry
Oh,
Bush Jr.
okay. And
Get out of here. I have
Well-
no beloved. I'm single.
well, that's strange because a certain dryad told me that you two were a pair, and those cute little Greeblies actually physically removed you from her, like dug out your bush and brought you, well, here?
Well, technically, yes. They dug me.
Aha!
No! It's
You
not like this.
liar.
Like what?
Why should I even talk to you? You're a stranger. You went there because of that crazy peer woman.
Well, I'm a knight. It's my job to save the beloveds. Beloveds? Is that a word?
I'm not everyone.
Well,
Anyone's
you-
beloved.
Wait. You are
Go
beloved.
away.
I mean, you are a beloved because she does love you. She told me so. Did she lie?
No.
Well, you see, so you are beloved, and I'm here to save you. Don't worry. I will save you.
I'm not in any danger. This pale woman, she's crazy. She just stalk me like not like a beanstalk. I mean stalk like follow me around the bush. And
Beating you around the bush?
what are you, a bird?
Night on a white pizza. I guess so.
And then I asked Gripply and I asked Gripply Queen to hide me because there it's the place where she wouldn't chase me. I'm afraid of her.
So you were relocated here willingly?
Yes, I sort of moved to there, you know.
Well, that's a sad story. He takes out the handkerchief, still wet and smelling of beers. She gave me this.
You can keep it, I guess.
Why do
Like-
I
like-
need it?
I don't. I
It
don't.
smells of beers.
I don't want to know where this handkerchief were.
She. Ew! What are you
Ew,
talking about?
Oh, okay.
She sneezed in it.
Let's just.
Let's just
Do you-
bury it
do
right
you- do
here
you
in the
have-
swamp.
Do you have anything to ask me? Maybe I don't know.
Well,
I have no idea what I'm watching. You're watching Owlcat Games, narrative designers, and one playing a role-play game, tabletop game.
Yeah.
so what do we have here? But where is Alexandra?
Eliana.
Eliana, yeah.
Well, you can ask him.
My paladin senses are never wrong. We should have used the pear tree for Bridgewood. So, question for Bushy Bushy: what's your favorite mythic path and why? Do you happen to have a favorite mythic path?
Of course,
And what is it?
a path of glory. No, it's actually Aeon.
Eon.
Aeon. Like Aeon. Like Aeon.
Yeah. So we have a good question, Eliana. Do you happen to know a person called Eliana? A certain ghost told me that she was abducted by the same dragon frog queen.
Who is Bushy Bushy? Nobody. It's not even a name. I don't know any Bushy Bushes. My name is Wildberry.
Yeah. So Wildberry, I met a certain ghost. I'm on the way, and
Another guy?
oh yeah, you know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just hangs
he's-
around here.
he's-
Like
he's-
hangs
It's
in
really
an area.
sad, and
Yeah.
he
He's depressed.
see these ghosts are a sad folk, and he can't move along because he believes that his beloved was abducted by the dragon frog queen, and can I actually meet her? She was pretty uncautious to me. She even made these cute little guys attack me, and then flied away. Flew. Yeah.
Well, she doesn't want to see anyone because any knight who walks in this forest, he or she, they just want to steal her treasure, you know, her golden frog. She hates people. She says people are greedy, people are useless, people just spoils everything. She's very, she's very
Grumpy.
depressed about it. Yes.
Okay, I need to ask, what is the use of a golden frog?
Just look at it. It's
Wait,
beautiful.
does he have it? Does he actually have it?
No, it's like
Uh-huh.
it's beautiful.
Oh, what am I supposed to do with it?
Shh, just look,
Just imagine.
just imagine.
Still useless.
Nah, just. Oh, okay, for you, for humans, yeah, it's beautiful. For
So
you-
wait, people want to steal it, but I really don't. I don't even have any idea what people use golden frogs for. No. I was sent here to save you, which is probably not the point anymore. But still, that poor ghost. That poor ghost.
You said you're looking for someone named Eliana.
Yes, he says that the dragon frog queen stole her. And that she's probably still in her possession, like in her harem. I have a guess that she might be dead, but that guy doesn't believe it.
Well, I saw a ring at the palace with the name Eliana on it, and if you...
Just a ring? Did it have something like a finger, maybe a skeletal hand?
Ew, no. Who keeps such things?
Well,
It
I
was
don't
a-
know, dragons sometimes do.
It was a long time ago, actually. It would rot anyway, alright?
Well, maybe it's a skeletal finger.
No, there's no skeletal finger. Well, anyway, I saw it, and if the Toad Queen would allow you to see it, maybe... Well, you ask her, alright? I don't want to mess
I'd
with
like to
this.
ask her, but he doesn't want to see me because she believes that I will steal her
You are a
golden
knight. You are a knight, right? Just you are a knight. There's the castle. Go there and fight her. I know. I just.
Oh, is that a way to talk about your saver? You said she saved you, and now you want me to fight her? You
the
sound
point
evil.
is.
You sound evil, guy.
No, the point is, you can't. You are too weak.
I'm not weak, I'm a knight.
Go on. Sing songs with a grip, please. With a grip folk. You are
not
too
what I
weak
can
for the queen.
Tentacles.
Go, so go. Go, sir, tentacles or whatever, go. Fight her, try to fight her, okay.
I'm not going to fight her tentacles unless she is actually be the Mario. Go and fight for the queen. I think Mario fights for the princess,
Yeah.
which is always in another castle.
Yeah.
But the queen is in the castle, so I don't know.
So
Well-
we have a dried guy who is in no danger, but he also doesn't want to help us at all, and also sounds pretty evil.
I'm not evil. You can't fight
So,
her. she's
what are we
too
gonna do?
strong.
Seduce the dryad.
Ah.
We could. That's an option.
No one's
That's an
asking you, dryad.
Let's prepare. Lure out the dragon with a delicious feast. Seduce. That's a second seduce. Actually, the third one.
Is that a romance quest? A detective was everybody suspected?
Well, everybody is seduced.
Yeah, was everybody seduced?
Vlad Zeman asks us where should we wait for the game. Well, we told you it's
July
July.
21st.
Yeah.
Around that time.
So, you can, options. You can seduce the dryad guy. I don't know why. Alright.
Because it's Saint Valentine's Day.
Yeah. You can go to the queen. You can fight her, or you can talk to her about Ileana. I don't know.
So let's break it into two options. One, seduce the dryad. Two, just walk right to the palace. One or two? What would it be?
Write your options in the chat.
What is people who seduced Nerissa?
1 is seduce, 2 is walk.
Wow, everybody wants to walk to the palace.
Oh, no one wants to seduce.
Except
Well,
the voice
except
of
one.
nature. Voice of nature said, seduce, seduce.
Yeah, 2 people.
It's you know, it's a right thing to the voice of nature to say. Like, it's nature. It's a nature of people to seduce, okay?
Yeah, just 2
So-
people want to seduce. Oh,
So, with the Gripply still celebrating and singing,
1.5.
and the dried guy staying
She's like,
next to them, but
alright. Do you
pretending he's not evil at all.
I'm not. I'm just chaotic. It's my
Well,
chaotic side.
the village is kind of empty since everybody is busy celebrating. So all three freely walks to the palace.
Yeah.
and he walks inside. And palace is a large wooden building. It looks really nice for something you would see on a swamp. It has some cute woodwork and some bright colors, and inside.
And then, on a huge golden throne in form of a lily, there is a queen.
Doesn't look like a seal at all. Actually.
She's huge. It's like
Yeah.
she's very huge. Okay.
Well,
And she's like, so you've made it here. All right. What do you want? Do you want to steal my treasure?
I already told you I have no use tentacles for a golden totem.
Tentacles.
Tentacles.
Are you stupid? It's golden. It's a toad of a solid gold.
Well, I am a knight.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with tentacles, the concept of knightship? I'm going to the world wound to fight demons.
Okay, well, you're stupid. Okay, I understood. So, what do you want?
So, Strategemini says we want to seduce you.
Oh my god, the dragon is actually...
Kerrigan says we should kiss her.
Wait. The dragon is actually evil because she lives in a richness while griplins are poor and haven't seen pizza in their lives. Dun dun dun.
Oh dear. Look, everybody rolls to seduce her.
Yeah, we should seduce.
Two
I mean,
more-
no, not me. I'm just reading the chat.
Well, Duke Rice says we need to fight. And, well, someone here remembers what we came here for and wants to save Eliana. Except you can see any Eliana here. Actually, tell me please, that ring that Wild Bushy said, he doesn't, he
Yeah,
can hear us
here's
here.
Bushy, right?
Yeah, so Bushy says he saw a ring. Do we see here? Do see it here? Does Sir Alfred see any ring?
Well, he can see one on a velvet, little velvet cushion
Oh.
in a corner of a room. There is something glittering like a ring. And there is a cushion with a ring, and there is a cushion with a golden frog.
So we see a lot of options to seduce the queen, and
Sing Jaded by Aerosmith.
now ask her to tell about herself. Can't we seduce not only one girl but two and make them fight over you?
Is it about...
That's not what paladins do!
Yes.
Well, he can do it unintentionally.
Stop doing a Jon Snow, McQueen. Like bend the knee?
You know nothing, Teddy G.
So...
So what options do you have?
Make
You
a
have-
song about her beauty. Look, he's not a bard anyway.
Yeah.
He might know some holy songs, but he's not a bard to just make up songs in a way. Ask her about Eliana. So
Well, you can ask about the ring.
we can have two options here, and please press 1 to ask the dragon toad queen about, well, ask her questions, and dial 2 to try and seduce her.
Can't you do both?
1 to ask questions, 2 to seduce.
Make bread about your beauty. Wow, that's some poetic cooking.
1 + 2.
So
Say hi to Brazil.
1.
Hello, Brazil.
Hi,
Welcome to the
Brazil.
Hi, Brazil.
So
Hola.
that's 3 1s, 4 1s, and 2 2s. Yeah. So we're going to ask her questions.
Feel free.
I assure you, tentacles, dear Gripply Queen tentacles, that I have not come here to steal anything from you, tentacles. In fact, it was a misunderstanding. I was sent by a poor delusional dryad in search for who she tentacles believes to be to her beloved. That wildberry tentacles guy.
Yeah.
We have already discussed it, but still I have tentacles. One question. Tentacles. What ails you, dear queen? Why are you so grumpy?
Because everyone tries to steal my treasure.
Alright, I think we're gonna make a feelings roll and try to understand if if this is all that ails her or something else is going on.
She said.
She said,
Stratagem is asking us to count YouTube chat also. First of all, you're like putting numbers in both chats, which is kind of cheating. And second of all, we are counting YouTube chat, but even with it, there were more ones than twos. So yeah, no cheating.
so yeah, that's a
I'm watching
feelings
you.
roll to
Yeah, I'm rolling.
decipher her.
Rolling. We're rolling. 2.
And that's a 2.
It's a 2.
Apparently, the only thing that does ail her is, in fact, hordes of wild adventurers who are trying to steal her
And
precious.
it all began with this one man who tried to steal everything. Who tried.
This man. Oh, that another man.
Yes.
Is that the Maleficent story?
No.
Ask for her name. No.
The man is the girl. Everyone's guessing that the dragon is actually the girl Eliana.
Well, you can ask him.
All right. That one man. Is he alive?
No. No one is alive in this city.
I believe tentacles. One person from the city might still be alive, tentacles.
Who?
Someone named Eliana. Doom doom doom.
Da-da-da.
Eliana is no more.
Da-da-da-da.
There's only me. An ugly, huge, bloated toad in the middle of a swamp.
No.
Near the burnt town, with no one to love, with no one to care about. Only just stupid golden thing.
She actually throws it? Did she actually throw it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go away. Leave me be.
So,
Greetings from Boston. Hello.
hi Boston.
Hi, Boston.
So yeah, apparently she is Eliana, who turned into the toad dragon, and actually most people would be happy to become dragons, unless that's a toad dragon, I think.
Dun, 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 dun.
So what do? We can't give her pineapple pizza because
Plot twist.
it's already eaten. Ghost.
Now it's time to kiss.
So Random 64 is guessing that the plot twist is that either we're dead in the city or we're sleeping, and that's this all was a dream. And in fact, Sir Ulfrey has this idea, and he pinches himself really hard. But no, apparently that's real. He fails to disbelieve the stuff around here.
She and the ghost need to talk. Maybe.
Cook her chocolate pizza.
No pizza in the whole world can make me happy. I'm already a toad. I was a beautiful magician once. I had a man who loved me. I had everything. And then, look at me now. I'm just a monster. Only Gripplis tolerate me, alright? They made me their queen, I don't know why.
They're pretty cute.
Yeah, they are.
We don't know how
Yeah.
she became a toad. Do we?
We need to kiss the pizza. So the ghost. I see a lot of people saying that we need to make her meet the ghost and friend zone her and tell her what happened to Valerie. He doesn't even know Valerie. And no, there's no priest in the party. He's a paladin and he's alone.
Dragon and ghost must kiss.
Here is a peculiar thing, dear Tentacles, Queen. A certain man told me about the woman called Eliana. A man who is no longer alive, but a dead spectre haunting the ruins within this scorched forest.
The man?
Yes, a ghost of a man who still haunts the ruins within the forest.
Oh,
Have you been there?
no, never. I fled this place long time ago and I've never looked back.
He told me that he and his beloved Eliana and another person whom he didn't want even to name were trying to share the treasure, this very golden toad. Then there was an explosion, and the last thing he saw was a huge dragon going away, and he thought the dragon stole his beloved Eliana.
Oh,
And he sent me to retrieve her and save her from, well, you?
Ulrich. He cares about me so much. He just refused to die. Oh dear.
It appears so, Tentacles. His spectre is still there, waiting for you.
What should I do? No, he can't see me like this. He thinks I'm an awful dragon. Oh no. I can do it. I can
He
do it.
forsake death because he cared about you. Do you think he would care about your looks?
He's a ghost. He has no choice whom to date.
What should I do?
So, what should he do? What should she do? True love can see through curses. We didn't ask his name. Yeah, we didn't. Embrace the power and beauty inside her. Teach her self-esteem. Tell her she's beautiful inside. Bring her to the coast. Alright. He's pretty well prepared for that. So let's make a roll and see if he manages to talk some self-esteem into her. We need 4 or higher. And we get 3 and 2. So apparently he fails to reassure her, but you get more questions. It's third feelings time. Ask away.
Well, I think while you asking questions, the queen, she's just process all this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not
That's a lot to take.
She's just, yes, it's a lot for her.
Random 64 says, I came here to have some fun time, not to cry. How romances will work for swarms and leeches? Can we talk about it actually? We got another thought feelings, and we've been asked how romance will work for leeches and swarms. Can we talk about that right now?
No, we haven't talked about it yet, and I don't think we should be talking about anything.
Well, I think it's...
I mean, we can say something.
Well, I think we're still pondering this question among our team,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because it's a very difficult topic, you know. Romance path is like writing a companion. It's like another plot line.
Yeah, that's.
So yes, we need to study our companions, our characters, and to understand. Are they able to
The romance
to
skeleton.
Yes.
Would you bone a skeleton?
Yes.
I mean, isn't that the thing we were just talking today in the Discord chat?
I think yes.
So I think
yes.
we still
Okay,
haven't.
will you please tell us about one of their love interest? Can we say about one of them? We can tell about everyone, but we can tell about one.
Yeah. So we wouldn't. We will tell, but we won't tell you the name. All right. We just describe him or her. I don't know, but no names.
So,
So.
who is that?
Well, this character who would be interested in you.
I don't know who exactly you're talking about.
Well,
We can mute.
I wanted to pass to you.
We can mute the microphone so you can say it to each other.
Oh.
No, it's
No.
okay.
Okay.
It's okay. This character.
Will blonde handsome man betray us again? Well, that's a spoiler.
Oh, that's what it is. Well, about a love interest. This
Yeah.
character is made for love. You know, this character is very sensitive. This character wants your love, but can't love you. You know, it's just maybe this
Oh,
character
that's what you're
just
talking about.
have no ability to love. You know, that's the thing. Not physical. I don't know. I don't talk about physical love. This character just can't. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
that's a real paradox
They
because
wasn't made for it. You know.
it's a person who's been with a lot of people before, but doesn't know anything about love
It's
before you
interesting.
teach them.
Yes, this person has.
And no, it's not a hell knight.
No, it's not. Well, this person knows everything about sex, but knows nothing about love. Yes.
We shall teach Regal how to love. I guess that's.
I love Nine Inch Nails' great taste in music.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, any other questions?
We shall teach Regil how to
Isn't
love.
it basically the enemy from Kingmaker, the plant lady?
No.
Actually, that's a good question. No. You see,
no.
here's the thing. The person we're talking about, and some people in the chat already guessed who that is. You see, Nerissa actually wasn't planning to redeem herself. You can work really hard and get her redeemed, but she's pretty comfortable being a villain.
And you know, Nerissa, she was robbed. She was born a fairy with feelings and everything.
Yeah.
But she was robbed of it. And this character wasn't.
It's like the opposite of that.
Yes,
She was
well.
born evil, but she's on a quest to stop being evil. But she just doesn't know how to be good.
We're being raided! Yay! Thank you for the raid. Welcome to the stream. We're playing a tabletop game with the chat and answering some questions right now. But yeah, thanks a lot for the raid and welcome everyone.
Who is cuter, Lindsay or Nura? Lindsay, of course.
Who's Nura?
Who's Nura? Anyway.
Hi, Northern Army.
Wait.
I don't think you have anything to plunder here, though.
Можно ли обойти свое у кого-нибудь?
We have an
Yeah.
Owlcat.
Random64 asks if we can turn someone into your religion, and says that it would be cool to your followers, like become a god and get people to worship you. I don't think so. But since it's a religion-heavy story, there will be some conversions. I won't tell the details, but converting people to good or to evil, that will happen along the story.
Oh, RPG Codex is here.
Hi, Codex.
Hi, Codex.
Before, please, no questions about monks. we don't know. We really don't know.
So, RPG Codex asks, how can double reactivity be measured in the final product? It's an interesting question.
Well, that's doubled compared to what we planned originally. Yeah. We can't tell you the actual numbers right now.
Well, RPG
Well-
Codex precise as ever.
Well, I can tell you this. I can't tell you exact numbers right now, but that basically means that we're planning to give the narrative designers twice as much time to work on this feature.
Yeah. Well, you see, reactivity is a double work anyway, and we planned to sprinkle it.
Yes, pieces of reactivity are going to be all over the place, in different dialogues, in different situations, and like every other feature, we have some time we've planned to work on that, and the hours we put into it, they will be basically doubled.
You know, I'm very glad that, and I'm very thankful that we have this feature. We have this feature or not?
Yes, we
yes,
we already had it
yes.
in Kingmaker.
Yes. No. Did we back it?
Oh,
Kickstarter?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm very thankful for that because when we write and we read each other's dialogues, we usually think, oh, it's the situation when Scylla.
Yeah, Scylla.
Scylla would comment. She has something to say about it actually, and about your race. Like if you are tiefling in a crusade, well, yes, people want to talk about it. But it was just our
imagination,
just
because
our imagination, yes.
that's work that has to be done.
Yes, but
Yeah,
thanks for you, thanks to you, we are able to implement our imagination like that. We from now on we just would write down what Scylla
Yes.
or other companions want to say.
Basically, we'll make another run over all the dialogues and have more time to think when who would say when.
And this stretch goal, it makes things very vivid in our studio because we began to imagine how we would do it, who would say what, and about the banters and other things, and it's like enliven the atmosphere.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
We're
I think
55.
your enthusiasm was premature because
We're 55k away from
Oh,
the.
Yeah.
no.
we haven't done it yet. We don't
Well,
have
but
it.
it's just 55k away from.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
and somebody made
Just
the
the numbers start rolling.
Well, yes, please.
Yeah, please donate more so we can get a chance to make more activity.
Yes, we began to think about it. It's like we are ready to do it. Please,
Yes.
let us do
Now,
it.
Will there be pizza in Wrath? That's a good question.
Well, so back to our story.
Yeah, let's go back to our story.
Wait a second. Any more questions?
Могли бы играть.
Turn-based
You're
mode.
on
Yeah,
the
we
40
already.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
45.
yes, we are with 45. Wow.
Random 64 asks, do we play Pathfinder a lot, and did we try Pathfinder? So yes, we do play Pathfinder a lot. The whole studio. It's actually mandatory for everybody, because the idea is that everybody needs to know what is that game and that experience we're trying to translate into a form of CRPG. So yeah, we'll play every week. We have half a day to play Wrath of the Righteous tabletop. And no, well, some have, some haven't played second edition. Have you?
Yeah, a bit.
Oh,
Quite.
how was it?
It was wonderful.
I haven't actually.
Yeah, I did. It's. Oh well.
I think we've been answering a lot of questions.
Well, sorry for premature. Sorry for thanking you beforehand.
Still, thank you for being awesome.
Yes, but I won't thank you next time.
You are evil after all.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Well, but I know that you would help us made it. I believe in you. So back to our story.
Are we planning to sell Owlcat merchandise? That's a good question, in fact.
That's a good question because I want to know Kitty too.
That's a good question, and we will ask it to our higher-ups.
I mean, it's not a question for us, it's more a PR thing question. Maybe one day, if we have the what do you say? How do you call it? Like, if we have all the necessary, it's like you can't just go and make every developer sit and do the merge. You need like the companies and the shipping stuff. It's a lot of stuff involved. So currently no, but maybe one day, who knows?
So let's get back to our story, which is already which is almost over.
Well, the queen, the Dot Queen, was smitten, She hid from a road for such a long time, and now some knight wants her to meet the man who remembered her as a beautiful woman. Not a bloated, huge, toad dragon-like thing. And she saw so many gold diggers and adventurers who tried to kill her, who yelled, "Die, monster, die!" She looked at her, and she looked at the ring. The ring don't fit on her giant paw anymore. This golden ring that says Eliana, it just doesn't fit anymore. And she's like, yes, I'm a monster now. I should be there forever. I'm not for love anymore. And now, Sir Alfred, you ask me to go to my Elric and say to him, hey, that's who I am now.
If I may say an unpleasant thing to you, you are being really selfish right now. I mean, I understand that, tentacles, you are in pain, but think of your friend. Think of that man who has spent lots and lots of time as a ghost, as an actual undead, with no body of his own and nobody around him. He's all alone and cold among the ruins, waiting for you. He believes you are alive. He lives for the moment where some knight errant would bring you to him. Would you let him stay this way, Tentacles?
You know what, yes. I'm a queen after all. Yes, I'm a Gripply queen. And I'm a huge dragon-like toad, but I am queen. And I'm a woman. And my heart is full of love for my Elric. So, Gripplies, onwards! And with this yell, the Gripply queen just flew all the way to the city. And all Gripplies, they hear her yell, they hear her battle cry, and they were like, onwards, 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 onwards. And they all took their little spears, and they were like, onwards, 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 onwards. So the queen flew all the way to the smoldering city. That's the queen. And she was like...
And what did Sir Alfred do?
And she said...
But wait, what did Sir Alfred do?
Well...
I guess he marched behind the Gripplings. He led the Gripplings army.
Okay, let's just assume he followed.
Yes.
And not looted the city while they were away, because he's a noble paladin, you know.
Well,
I mean, it would be hilarious if he just took the golden toad and made away with it. But that's just not how paladins roll.
So he...
He rides the queen. Oh dear, no, he doesn't.
Well, maybe she just grabbed him like this.
Oh, she totally could do that.
Yes. She grabbed him like this, and she was like, "Hold on, little one. We're going to find my love." So, and then there was this scene when the queen, she just started more in the main city of the town, and there was this ghost, you know, Elric. And she was like, "Elric, it's me, Eliana." And Elric was like, and it was a moment of silence where they looked into each other's eyes, his dead eyes looking into her huge toad eyes, and he was like, "Eliana, it's you. I mean, what woman would be so crazy to just like fall from the sky and yelling, 'It's me, Eliana.' Of course it's you."
Do they kiss?
Of course. She just grabbed him with her huge lizard tongue. Well, frog tongue, like.
Now that's how you do a tongue kiss.
Yes. Well, he's a ghost technically, but she tried to grab him.
Yeah, that's where it went 18+.
And then she cried.
Oh.
And I think he cried too, maybe. But he was a ghost, and he was a well ghost, so he just sniffed.
Okay, someone has been really unpleasant in the chat. Please mute this person.
Oh.
This one. That's
The Gripply Queen
that's
said.
not nice.
The Gripply Queen says, "Mute him."
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Please mute them.
Oh.
It's really not a nice thing to say.
Yeah.
And, well, what do you have to say about it still, Sir Elf?
Yeah. So you can see a dragon toad tongue kissing a ghost. Tentacles. What does Sir Alfred do? Tongue kiss on stream.
Well, no.
Now it is like that meme.
Yeah. Well, I think given that it was a tongue, it was actually more of a...
Strategemia asks Galagraphia to illustrate this. While Galagraphia says, give them some privacy.
Oh my god, official Paizo started hosting us when I was doing the thinking.
So, Strategemini says that as a knight of Shellen, so here's the thing, Shellen is a goddess of love and art. And apparently cooking is Sir Alfred's art. And Strategemini suggests that he must paint it in food.
Well, someone says he should cook a cake for them.
Actually, you know what? So Alfred still has that wine in his backpack.
Yeah, meat. A bottle of meat?
Yeah, meat. And 2 glasses.
Hello, Paizo. Nothing wrong happening here.
Hi, Paizo!
Hi, Paizo.
What is that smile?
I think it's
I mean,
it looks like
I recognize Total Biscuit smile, and what's the other one? What did...
Cook a painting. Okay, that's always an option. Like it's something from Hannibal, yes? Like Red Dragon, where he ate the painting. All right.
So yeah, I guess while they're talking and Paizo smile is the Paizo guy holding a heart. Yes, but right above it. Right above it. There's a black and white photo of. I can see who that is.
What? This one? That's Kappa.
Uh,
I don't know.
That's a Twitch smiley.
Okay.
will there be more representation for LGBT players? More compared to Pathfinder?
Kingmaker.
You mean?
Mm,
It's not like we're counting it.
yeah, we don't really.
But yeah, that's going to be a lot.
Yeah. That's
So, back to the scene. I guess that's the only thing you should do. Cook them a romantic...
dinner.
Yeah.
Pour them some mead, and leave them alone in this not so frightened forest, you know.
Well, not anymore at
Not
least.
anymore, at least, yes.
So I guessed Hell Knights when? Hell Knights already! What are you talking about?
Hell Knights always.
Hell Knights forever.
So yeah, it's been a long night, and the dawn is already, dawning, when Sir Ulfrey leaves the not-so-scary forest behind on his long journey on to the World Wound to fight the demons, while behind him the dragon
Makes
toad
love with
queen
ghosts.
and the ghost of her beloved. Well, let's just give them some premises.
It's
Yeah.
like the end.
Love's in the air. Na, 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 na.
Oh, actually.
Yes.
Love's in the air. Da, na, 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 na. Love's in the air. Gotta head out some meetings. Good luck, Owlcat Games. We love you and happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for
Thank you,
coming in.
Paizo.
Thank you.
Thank you for dropping in.
Yeah, we're also already kind of finishing, so as I can see the thingy.
Oh.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
wrote the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's
end.
hard.
So we can. When are we finishing?
No.
No, I think.
Well, we can answer some more
Yeah,
questions.
we can answer someone.
So yeah, that was the game. Sir Ulfrey has braved the perils of the that forest and the Toad Queen, and he's on his way to Wrath of the Righteous, I guess.
To die in the World Wound! Yay! Oh.
So, questions?
New Game Plus.
New Game Plus. Yes, so. You mentioned something.
By Strata.
Bye, Strat.
By strategy, Gemini. About a Scald. Well, if you go to our Kickstarter, you can see that Scald is a...
Yeah, it's a goal that we
It's
have
a goal
already
that, yes,
founded.
that goal has been founded. So yeah, that's going to be a Scald.
So you can be a barbarian and you can be singing barbarian.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I think you will sing some power metal or something.
Mm,
Can we answer that?
Maybe he dies well, maybe.
that's a good question. Which books would you guys recommend to get us on the new Pathfinder game mood? Well, you know, one book I read when we just started working on the game is it's not actually a fantasy book. To get in the mood, I read Remarks All Quiet on the Western Front. That's not a fantasy book, but it helped me get into the this like grim dark feeling of the perpetual war, because the perpetual war is one of the heavy topics of the game.
Well, as for me, I don't know if you are asking for Paizo books on Pathfinder. I don't really know. But as a books to get in a mood, yes. Well, I read to get in a mood. I read some historic papers or historic books about Crusades and about Templars. Well, I think. It really gives, it really gives a vibe to it. It's a dry history, but you can you can feel what people were moved by, and it's very interesting.
Hamakar TV asks, will there be more beards? You know, you really should check out our Kickstarter page because enhanced beard pack is another goal we have already hit.
Random 46 says thank you for a good time. Yes,
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for being with us.
For being our date.
Who's
for
the hottest
Valentine.
wife in Mendev? Golfrey, of course.
Golfrey, of course, yes, it's going Golfrey. She's the hottest one.
Just say try and say she isn't. She would behead you.
No, she's a good queen. She would. But don't.
There are some questions on YouTube as
Oh,
well.
on YouTube, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say it.
May there be an anti-paladin? I don't know.
Also, could we solve demon lords, demon harbingers, archdevils? Well, no.
To quote our creative director, no, but yes, but no. Not exactly.
Well, you can't be a cultist because you are.
You kinda. Well, that's. We're moving into spoiler-heavy territory. Let's just say that you can play an evil character, and that gives you additional options not available to the silly paladins. Will there be some form of important saves from Kingmaker? Nope. That's a completely different quest, a completely different story of a completely different hero. So, no. No important.
But there is a goal.
Is there?
Yeah, there is a social goal for and some appearance from Kingmaker.
Yes,
some
cameo.
reference-
Appearance, yes, but,
Yes.
but not save.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
not a save,
well-
but it's a cameo.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
Well, you will meet some NPCs from Kingmaker,
yeah, that's for sure.
but.
So complete those social goals. Or is it tentacles for you?
So Random64 asks about the mythic paths and if you can, if any class can be a lich. Yes, any class can choose any mythic path. Even though lich kind of associates with magic, we made it so that any class can go any path. You can be actually like in our trailer. You can see a paladin turning into a lich, and it works quite good for him.
Well, not for his health.
Not for people around him,
And not for people around him, yes.
but he can do that.
Well, you know, it's like, I don't know, you just feel that being leash is what you love to do, you know, it's your thing.
Will there be undead mounts for lich? I want to know that actually. I don't know.
I don't.
I think we had that question on our yesterday stream, but I don't remember what the answer was.
Does Len eat potatoes or does he consider it cannibalism?
Oh dear.
Here we go again, yes. Well,
Why are you
I
like
don't
this?
think that there are many potatoes.
Underworld, yeah.
Well,
More like shrooms.
yes. So,
Shroomity shrooms.
when the demon god writes, when Paladin understands that life is not his thing, yes.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a higher education when you learn something and then you are like, no, I'll be working in another field from now on.
Will there be a relief from demon slaying and politics similar to how the undead Cyclops were a break from face shenanigans in Kingmaker?
I think yes.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
There are parts when you...
Spoilers?
No, I think it's not spoilers because, you know, the good story is when you make tense moments and then less tense moments and then back to tense moments and when you have just tense, it's boring. So every good story and we we want to believe that our story is good. We try to make it good. We want to take turns with this, so players wouldn't feel stressed every time.
You know, I came across a very unlikely example of why you really need fillers, and that's really fun because do you know Sailor Moon?
Yeah,
Of course.
Well, I started reading the manga, and I was actually shocked because the original Sailor Moon manga turns out to be first, it's really tense.
Yes.
It's
Dark sometimes.
it's really dark.
Yes.
It's like I remember the series, and it has a lot of just day-to-day stuff, monster of the week, just silly stuff. The characters go and have fun together, their daily life. Well, manga has nothing of that. It's just a dungeon after a dungeon after a dungeon, a monster after a monster after a monster.
Well,
They spend most of the time among some ruins with dead people around. It's really grim.
Well,
And
we
just
won't. Yes,
give
we
no break.
won't have fillers in our game, of course. Well, if it's possible to have a filler
Well,
in the game.
you don't have fillers in the game. You have side quests and side
But
content.
Yes, even in a world wound, life can be different. Can vary, can be different.
You can't be all grimdark all the time.
Yes. Yes.
And you also can't be all about demons all the time.
Yes. There are also cultists.
Demons and cultists,
Cultists,
cultists and
yes.
demons.
Can you tell us a little about your work environment? Do you guys talk and joke during work time, have snacks, talk about movies and good sense? I mean, how's your work day for you? Yeah, I
It's
mean,
pretty chill.
we do all of that stuff. We go to dinner sometimes together and like to take lunch, and we have a huge kitchen.
And we talk, and then our sound director comes in. It's like, it's too loud, people.
Yeah.
Well, of course, we have fun and we discuss because our work is a creative one, and when your work is creative, you need to discuss it, you need to joke, because sometimes jokes become a very serious and essential topics in a game.
Yeah, our
You know?
community managers could tell you a lot about our meme comics, meme economics.
Or
Oh yeah, economics.
Yeah,
they call it.
economics. Well, just English people don't know the kek word. It's like lol, but kek in Russian. So yeah, I mean,
think it's a Warcraft meme.
is it?
I think it's a StarCraft.
Ah.
Really?
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But anyway, sometimes it's easier to discuss something just talking instead of just typing it or anything else.
DDGI asks, can we roleplay as a Doom Slayer from Doom? And so what would the best class for it be? So, of course, you can't play exactly the Space Marine from Doom.
It's a Warcraft thing, people.
Mm.
It's Korean
yeah,
Warcraft.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
You can't exactly play, but you can play roleplay pretty close to that. I think it wouldn't be. I think it wouldn't be a paladin because the Doom guy isn't pious or anything. He's not a religious guy. He just comes and murders. I think in our situation it would be a barbarian. The closest thing to Doom guy would be either a barbarian or maybe a Hell Knight.
Yeah, I think Hell Knight will do.
Hell Knight can actually smite chaos. Paladins
And he
can.
has cool armor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the cool armor. So yeah, Doom guy is totally a Hell Knight.
Oh, Random 64, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the kind words.
Well, thanks for being with us tonight.
Yeah.
Seth Banks asks, are there plans for multi-district city? So that's kind of a spoiler question, but if you check out the original adventure path, it has a certain city that's pretty big, and of course it's going to be in the game.
Is Mythic Pass obligatory? No. You can abandon any Mythic Pass and go on as a legend.
Well, it's obligatory that you start on a mythic path because some things happen that give you the mythic powers, but it's up to you what to do with them. And yes, you can abandon that and become the legend,
Is there a
which
section?
is like the ultimate human.
Is there a section you can freely explore instead of having a timer running in the background like Kingmaker? Yeah. Yes.
Lots of questions about the timers. That's
Yeah, I know, but Alexander answered that question yesterday, so I know the question is yes. I can give you more information.
So Legend Path is without powers.
No, it's the opposite of that. It's not like I don't need no powers. I'm going to win powerless. It's more like you don't need the mythic powers to be to win. You have your human powers, your mortal powers.
You know, it's like a shonen anime. Like, I need to go get stronger, and you are Super Saiyan.
Wait, Super Saiyan would be mythic, I think, no?
I don't think so.
Well,
I think it's part of training.
Well, I can tell you how it works mechanically, but from the narrative point, the idea is that as a mortal you can have certain powers that even a mythic creature like a demon or angel cannot have. So no, it's not like you just give up your powers.
Does Legend involve zombies and Will Smith? No, it's not that kind of legend.
Well, Legend with zombies.
Yeah, but no Will Smith.
But there is no mythic path for Will Smith, you know. He's just
Will
great.
Smith is pretty.
He's mythic already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can be Super Saiyans come from. You can be whatever you want, sweetie. You believe in the self-belief? Well, yes, it's pretty much like this. You know, mythics, it's actually a thing in a module. It's not like you became the chosen one. And no, mythic is a power, is a system of power which has a source.
Well, you kind of do become the chosen one.
Yes. No,
spoilers.
No, yes. No, but yes. Well, mythics is mythics. It's not like Super Saiyan thing.
So, Team Demon God asks, will playing for Tiefling be really different from other races? Well, if we get to the more activity stretch goal,
we will.
Then playing for Tiefling would be twice as different from everything else as if we don't.
We will reach this goal. I thank you in advance.
What time's your train thing? Are you reaching? You had the train? You have to catch a train?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, are you getting it on time with that?
Well, yes, I probably should go. Now, really.
I just don't want you to miss
No,
your
it's okay. Yes, you're right. I probably should go. So to
Any last
catch a
questions?
train.
Through the Gemini. You know exactly what you're asking about, and you know the answer. So, which Hell Knight orders will be involved? God Claw is in. Order of the... What is it? Pike? Yes, Order of the Pike is in. I don't remember others. Well, it's mainly God Claw.
What tone are you guys seeking at the start of the journey? It's you seeking the tone.
Well,
several
the
places
tone,
in
we actually do have a tone map with the game
yeah.
where it's more grim, where it's less grim, where you get a breather. And at the very beginning of the game, the things are pretty bad because, again, not a spoiler because it's in the trailer. It starts with you being in a city that has just been utterly destroyed by the demons. The city of Canabris was attacked and now it's burning and in ruins, and it's almost like a Terminator situation where a group of people who barely survived the attack mustering to make a comeback, and you do make a great comeback.
Well,
So it starts grim, then becomes heroic, then...
there is a question. Will there be a monk style called Gangnam style? Well, you know, Galagraphia. Gangnam style is a way of a rich, lavish life. No monk will lead such a life. Shame.
Wait, do monks actually have to give a vow of poverty? I don't think they need. You can be a monk by training, have all these cool monk powers.
Well, you know, they don't have an oath of Oppa Gangnam Style too, alright?
I mean, they might. Who can stop them?
Well, I think we should have a Gangnam Style monk as our next stretch goal.
What's that? They have a really crazy island somewhere in the south, where they have an actual. It's Arabian Nights theme, but they also do have a monk school of fighting, and they have actual Mortal Kombats every time. I think it's Jelmerai.
Mortal Kombat!
Yeah, it's really crazy.
You lost me at Mortal Kombat.
I think that's Jelmerai or something.
Oh.
And I think there they might have the Gangnam Style monks. But that's pretty far from World.
Well, okay. There are Gangnam Style monks in Pathfinder universe. Let's say this.
Wait, the stream hasn't ended yet? No. But it's going there.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's about to end.
Are all companions decided or some left still to write?
Oh, yeah, some stuff is still working on. Wait for the updates. We have a lot in store for you.
Yep.
So, we'll
Oh.
call it a day.
Guess so?
Yeah. First of all, thanks to our narrative designers for holding the game and being on stream today, and we had a lot of fun, I think.
Thanks to you for
Thanks
being
to
so
you, yes.
fabulous.
Yes. Thanks
Breathtaking.
Yes. Thanks for helping our Sir Tentacles
Yeah.
and our Toad Queen.
So, Olfre, thanks Olfre for making an
Yes.
appearance.
Yes, and our spiders and our Toad
Sponsors.
Queen. And our sponsors, yes.
Don't seal.
Yes.
Thanks,
But-
everyone.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll see each other maybe next week, but yeah, keep an eye on our social media. We'll be posting every stream we host, so see ya.
See ya.